Guys and gals, today I'll be talking about a spaghetti western, and man, it's been so fucking long I talk about a spaghetti western movie, especially this one because I have this in my collection for a long time, and I found out that this movie happens to be one of the last spaghetti western movies to come out during its Janier run, you know. But then you got the movie like Jonathan of the Bear, which came out I think around 1985, if I'm corrected. But let me just say is, if you like Jonathan of the Bear or Kiyomo, then you'll definitely love this movie. It's called Mannaja, which means hatchet in Italian, and also in the English version, it's called A Man Called Blade. So that's why you might see Manhana and Man Called Blade in its re-release DVD from Blue Underground. I think Blue Underground did re-release this as 2001. But besides that, let me just say this movie, I really did enjoy it. You know, I mean, who doesn't want a hero with its own theme song? I mean, come on. I want my own theme song. Fuck it. But anyway, it's about this bounty hunter, right? He goes to this mining town, and you find out this mining town is run by a guy named McGowan. And you know, you also have a flashback history between the hero and McGowan, as McGowan kind of trying to take the land, and he caused the death of the hero's father. So he kind of comes to this town to get revenge on McGowan also. But then later on, something happens. His McGowan's right hand man gets kind of like working with outlaws to kind of blackmail McGowan by kidnapping his daughter for ransom, and also they've been like McGowan's shipping silver always gets stolen from these outlaws, but you realize there is a setup behind it because his right hand man happens to be involved in it in the operation. So, like I said, as the movie progressed, you know, once they got the daughter, you got Mahana, who got and decided, you know what, I have no choice, I'm gonna hire you, and he actually know who he was too, by the way, because Mahana started telling McGowan about the situation about how you caused the death of my father, and how he kind of like hated him, but then it comes to a point when they decide to like, okay, we're gonna work together, and you know, pretty much the guy was trying to hire Mahana to get his daughter back. There is a twist, you know, the daughter happens to be in love with the right hand man anyway, and she happens to go up against her father, so she kind of, it's like a betrayal thing now, and Mahana ended up being captured and buried to the desert by the by the villain, the right hand man, who used to work for McGowan, and but later on he was saved by a guy that he arrested in the beginning of the movie. Mahana used to arrest, he arrested him, so a former crook kind of saved him. Mahana was kind of weird, you know, like why would a former crook save a guy? They kind of chop your hands off. I mean, seriously, but still he saved him. But Mahana had a handicap out of this situation. He ended up becoming blind, so he kind of had to heal himself, trying to learn how to use the hatchet, weapons, trying to learn to survive once more. While the mining town, now owned by the right hand man, and the father of the girl had to sit there and watch the ordeal of his people being abused, killed, while they try to stand up against the evil right hand man, you know. And you know, everybody's shooting, rebelling pretty much against the evil right hand man for their freedom, pretty much, and respect for better working treatment. While this is going on, Mahana comes back to the town, you know, to face the evil right hand man in a climax battle, and you know, you get your ending. It's one of those spaghetti western endings, and you know, right off the sunset type of ending, I would say. All in all, Mahana, A Man Called Blade, I highly enjoyed the movie. Really good action. I mean, if you like this spaghetti western style of Kiyomo or Jonathan the Bear, which I think was done by the same guy, you're definitely gonna love this movie. Like I said, I heard this is the last spaghetti western of its genre, which I guess it went out with a bang, you know, and that's something hard to duplicate these days in this era. So yeah, so definitely highly recommend this movie also, and check it out. Peace, guys. See you later.